Hey everybody, welcome back to Building SouthLake. So if you've noticed, a lot of SouthLake videos have been uploaded this week. You might be wondering, what the hell is going on? Well, there's actually SouthLake Week. I never actually mentioned it to you guys, and I didn't really want to. I kind of want it to be a surprise. So yeah, this is SouthLake Week. So up until Friday, we will have an episode of Building SouthLake, and we will probably do this kind of style again once we get to the week of episode 100, which is just in 19 episodes at this point. So we actually have some new things to show you guys. So the past two parts, we've actually been working on a construction building. So if we fly over here, it's over here somewhere, and boop, 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 boop. Okay, so yeah, so we've actually been working on this construction building right here. So I actually love how it's come along. I mean, it looks fantastic in my opinion. It actually feels realistic. And then we actually come down, we kind of added some things to make it look like it's more under construction. In here, added some materials that are just kind of in here for temporary use. Just a lot of just random things like that, which is made to make it feel like a building that's under construction. But the biggest new thing I've been working on when I'm working on SouthLake at this point is this over here. So basically, I've started expanding the map, if you can't tell. And one of the most unique things about this, is that it's actually not just going to be a flat level. It is going to, kind of go up and down. It is going to flatten off a little bit here. But as you can tell, the roads go down, they go back up, they meet with everything. Intentionally, I actually didn't mean for this to come back up. But then I found out and I thought about it. It's like, wait, what is the height of the river? And I had to, put that into account. Plus, I've actually extended the river out a little bit too, so that's kind of for some future use. So we have a lot of stuff that actually is happening now, which I'm happy to get to these parts. And I've actually been considering this. I'm not sure how I want to do it yet, but I've actually been considering adding a kind of like a newer downtown area over here. Like if you look at like New York City, for example, their downtown goes on for miles and miles. And I feel like that'd actually be really cool to do that. So, sorry guys if my voice sounds a little bit weird if I'm coughing. I am starting to get a cold, unfortunately, and it really sucks. Yeah, so we actually have one building already started here, and now we're just kind of finishing it up. We actually have two buildings started. There's this one, which definitely isn't my favorite building in the world. I didn't want it to be a tall building. I wanted it to be nice and simple, and I wanted it to follow the curvature of the sidewalk here. And that's what I did, and it's not the greatest looking building, I know, but I think it definitely will fit for now. Oh, excuse me, guys, again. It sucks being sick. Alright, so basically we're just going to kind of work on this. So you might be wondering, well, if you have the skyscraper, why are you adding this building next to it? If you actually look at a lot of skyscrapers in general, a lot of them actually have an attached part of it. I don't know how to describe it, but there's always like an attached part of a building that you would always see on skyscrapers that kind of give it more support. You don't always have the skyscraper, just standing there alone. There's usually something attached to it. And that's kind of what I wanted to do here, was just make something simple that also just kind of, looks good with the building itself. And this building is actually, I like it. It's very simple. It also has some unique designs to it. If we fly over here, I like this little plaza area that I added here just to add more detail and stuff like that. And if we actually fly up here, we actually have some open area for balconies and stuff like that, which I've also been incorporating a lot more of those into my buildings because I like stuff like this. Let's see, what else is kind of unique? If we come back, you can see this kind of comes back in a little bit. That's kind of unique. This part right here goes all the way up and gets skinnier as you go. And that's just another, again, small feature that I did add that I think makes the building look a little bit better in my opinion. We've got this nice little overhang. Once this is done, it's just going to be where you walk into the building. So, into the building, here we go. So, nice and simple, not too much to it. Yeah, so we're just going to kind of work on this building. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are liking building SouthLake. So, like I said, I wanted this to be a surprise for you guys. I didn't want to make a video saying, hey, SouthLake Week is on this date. I wanted, to thank you guys that come back every single day to my videos. And to those of you that like SouthLake, I wanted to give you guys a surprise, which is the whole point of this week. Yeah, so hopefully you guys don't mind. I know a lot of you guys love SouthLake. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this, and you might see this more often depending on, how things go. Also, there's one more thing I want to talk about real quick, and it's something just really simple. So a lot of you guys may have noticed that there hasn't really been an intro or outro to my videos at this point. Now, the reason for that is if you actually look at my channel, I got a new logo, and so I actually want to make a new logo and intro with that logo. Now, unfortunately, at the time, I do not have one, and I actually lost my other hard drive that had all the old outros and intros on it. That's why you're not seeing them, so I'm kind of just waiting to get everything back together. It's not that I'm just trying to be lazy. It's just the fact that, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, yeah, I don't know how to describe that really. It's just one of those weird things. Yeah, but I actually got a logo made for me, and I paid money to get it made, so I did not make it myself. And I actually love it, and I'm actually getting a logo made for my second channel as well. And I know a lot of you guys actually remember, if you've been with me for a long time, you remember that I did mention a other channel at one point, and I'm actually starting that back up again. I'm kind of keeping it along with this one. So if you do want to go watch those videos, you can. As of right now, they're kind of just the same ones I upload to this channel, and they're kind of like duplicate for now until I build up that audience to where I can start, making, specific videos just for that one. The only thing that channel does not have is SouthLake. It does not have any Minecraft videos. All Minecraft videos and stuff like that will go on this one. But all like the battlefield snipings and stuff like that, because I love how you guys love that stuff, the sniping ones, because that's all I do in video games really, is snipe for fun. So I'm actually really glad that you guys like that. Oh, what the hell was that? I was like, I got pushed forward. That was really weird. My controller's also asking, oh my god, my words say, I can't speak when I'm sick. I mean, granted, I can't speak in general, but it's even worse today than usual. Let's see. So that actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm actually really liking this area over here. And one of my favorite things that I did was I liked the little addition of the walls here. For some reason, it just adds more detail to it. And that's also one of the things I always try to do with my builds. I want to add more detail, especially the more I go on, the more I learn, the more I want to incorporate all those designs that I found out looked better, before. So now it's a matter of figuring out what kind of building would go in here. I'm kind of thinking like a really tall skyscraper to an extent, but at the same time, I'm kind of thinking maybe like a government building. But I'm not sure if that's a big enough area. So I'm really caught in between a rock and a hard place here about how I want to do this. If you have any ideas, please let me know. Now, I'm not going to put a hospital here. It's just not a good location. I'm not going to put an airport here for obvious reasons. Not going to put a gas station, which you're going to see more gas stations and stuff like that popping up over here, because we're going to start getting into the more residential areas as we go forward here. And you're also going to probably see more highways and stuff like that. I'm going to try to make this side feel more realistic, because I actually wanted to change some of those things from SouthLake now, that I wish I would have known, like now, that I wish I would have changed then, if that makes any sense. Just because I've learned so much about cities and, what I need to do to make them look better and more realistic. So I kind of figured, hey, when I start expanding, why not just kind of, use that knowledge now and kind of make like a fresh start kind of thing. So that's kind of what I want to do over here. Like I said, I'm considering making it like a temporary, or not temporary, but a secondary downtown that kind of attaches with the main one. So there's a lot of things I'm still trying to, figure out what I want to do with it, how I want to do it. So there's really a lot of things to plan out before I just kind of go ahead and go, haha, that's it. Usually that's how I do things anyways, but I do want to kind of plan this out a little bit more than I usually do. That way I kind of end up with a better product. Like I said, I want to add more highways over here. I want to add more, smaller buildings that I know I've been talking about for a very long time at this point. So there's a lot of things that I need to, finally do. And plus, I need to go back and finish a lot of the older buildings that are not completed yet, which I have done to a couple. But I need to go back and do that with more of them. That way, that like the main part of downtown is, actually filled. So I want to get back to doing that. Again, there's so much stuff I got to do, and there's just so little time, even though I have all the time in the world. So we'll see. Let's see. So that looks good. Let's kind of add these in here. And then by the time we might get done with these, we might call it quits for this video. And I cannot wait to start expanding the river. That's also like another big thing. If you notice, I'm not using the concrete walls that I have in the main downtown area for the city. So like these concrete walls, I'm getting rid of these when we go out from the river to make it feel more realistic. I wanted these to be here to make it feel like, hey, we kind of, taken over this area. We kind of fit it to our needs. But, in real life, a river is never a solid wall like that. It's not realistic. So I wanted to do this, which as you can tell, it's more rugged. It has more turns incorporated into it. And also at one point, I even would like to make a dam. I think that'd be really cool. The question is, how would I make that work with what I have? So again, just another one of those small things that might add up. Or what we could even do is make it feel like the area goes up like through a mountain. So maybe the dam is in the mountain. So there's a lot of things that, I do think about. I think of a lot of random stuff and it all comes in at random moments. That's why I always get these ideas of like, oh, I should do this. Oh, I should do that. Well, ooh, what if I try this? I'm one of those people to where I have an idea, but then I think of an even better idea. Now, the question is it practical? Is it something that I can do in a reasonable amount of time? So there's really a lot of questions I need to ask myself before I get in and just start jumping into everything. Oh, man. Yeah, but we're almost to episode 100. I do have an idea for that episode and what I want to do with it. I'm not gonna spoil it just because I don't want you guys to know ahead of time what my idea is for that. But I can tell you it will be pretty cool. I mean, in my opinion, if I can do it how I want to, and if I have the time, because I'm very busy with work and everything right now. Oh, perfect. Okay. So we got that done. Now I just need to get rid of all the glass up here. So let's see. We'll probably just get rid of these for now. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. And let's get rid of everything from here. Let's see. So that's good. I think my controller's actually starting to get broke at this point. Like, I'm flying for no reason. Like, if I'm not stupid, but couldn't you always, like, switch views before? Like, pressing in on the right stick when you're moving? I can't do that anymore. Like, it's broke. So I need to get a new controller soon. Maybe I'll get the Xbox One Elite controller, which I've been wanting for a long time. Alright, so we'll have this come all the way over. Again, I'm catching a cold. I'm going to die. I really hope not. If I do, remember me. Oh, I broke a wrong block. That's not. Oh, did it again. And again. There we go. And that is what our building is going to look like. Now we just need to add a roof to this. So thank you very much for watching, guys. It is greatly appreciated. I will see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Building SouthLake, which I think tomorrow is Friday, if I'm trying to remember correctly. Yes, tomorrow is Friday. So bye-bye, everyone, and thank you very much for watching.